Imagine a killer so swift. In the summer of 1854, this wasn't a nightmare. It was reality in Soho, London. Within hours, their skin turned a ghostly, sunken blue, their blood thickening into a black sludge as their bodies completely emptied themselves of fluid. In just 10 days, a single neighborhood became a ghost town. Over 600 people dropped dead. At first, it didn't make sense. Water was supposed to give life, not take it away. The medical establishment was powerless. They blamed the night air, the stench of poverty, and bad luck. But one man suspected something far more sinister, and his investigation would lead him directly to a single, ordinary street asset, a neighborhood water pump. This is the medical mystery of the Broad Street Pump, the day humanity finally unmasked an invisible monster. To understand the horror, we have to look at London in 1854. It was the largest metropolis on Earth. There was no modern sewage system. Millions of people poured their waste into leaky backyard cesspools or straight into the River Thames. Dominating the medical world at the time was the miasma theory. Doctors believed diseases like cholera were spread by inhaling the foul odors of decaying matter. So when people started dying in Soho, everyone closed their windows and held their breath. But the air wasn't the problem. On August 31st, the outbreak exploded. It was a localized apocalypse. Entire families died in their beds within hours of each other. The speed of the disease was terrifying. It was cholera, a bacterial infection that causes catastrophic dehydration. People were terrified to step outside. But ironically, staying inside and doing the most natural thing in the world, taking a drink of water, was exactly what was sealing their fate. Enter Dr. John Snow. He didn't buy the miasma theory. He reasoned that if cholera was caused by bad air, it should affect the lungs first. But cholera always started with severe stomach pain and vomiting. To Snow, this meant the poison was being swallowed. It was in the food or the water. As the bodies piled up in Soho, Snow did something revolutionary. He didn't lock himself away. He walked straight into the hot zone. He went door to door, interviewing grieving families. He asked one simple question: where did you get your water? Snow meticulously recorded every single death on a map, marking them with small black bars. The deaths weren't randomly scattered. They formed a perfect ring around one specific public water source, the Broad Street Pump. But to prove his theory to a skeptical medical board, Snow had to explain the anomalies. His investigation turned up two clues. First, there was a brewery right on Broad Street, deep inside the death zone. Strangely, out of 70 workers, not a single one contracted cholera. Snow found they drank beer instead of water, and the brewing process involved boiling. Then came the smoking gun. A wealthy widow living miles away in Hampstead died of cholera. Snow discovered she had water from the Broad Street pump delivered to her home because she loved its taste. The last delivery arrived just days before she died. The evidence was undeniable. But even with mounting proof, belief was another battle entirely. On September 7th, 1854, John Snow marched into a meeting of the local Board of Guardians. He laid down his map. The officials were stunned. But with the death toll rising, they had nothing left to lose. They removed the handle of the Broad Street pump. Almost immediately, the outbreak collapsed. But how did the cholera get there in the first place? Months later, a deeper investigation revealed a sickening truth. Just feet away from the well was a forgotten cesspool. A mother had washed her baby's infected diapers and dumped the waste into it. But even with mounting proof, belief was another battle entirely. John Snow didn't live to see his ideas fully accepted, but history would vindicate him. By tracking the outbreak geographically, John Snow became the founding father of modern epidemiology. He proved that clean water isn't just a luxury. It is the boundary line between civilization and catastrophe. Today, if you walk down that same street in London, now renamed Broadwick Street, you'll find a red brick curb marking the exact spot where the pump once stood. A discovery like this didn't just change one outbreak. It changed how humanity understood disease itself. The next time you turn on your tap and watch clean, clear water pour into your glass, remember the summer of 1854. And remember the medical detective who fought the world to prove that what we can't see can absolutely kill us. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next mystery.